dum dum, deel dum dum, deel dum dum, deel dum dum. There was a turtle, his name was Joshua. He lived in a country called America, but every few years he'd go to Mexico. He'd know how to describe activities in the preterite. Some verb stem change, oh some verb stem change. He did what students need to learn to do. That's you and you and you and two. Stem change past verbs.
Be sure you remember what Joshua just did, kids, and be sure to do the same thing. No, not sit there carelessly, pondering life's seemingly infinite possibilities, to do what this film is all about, learning to conjugate stem-changing verbs in the preterite. This is an official civil bilingual communications film produced in cooperation with the Academy of Tucson Regulatory Admission of Multiple Consultation Language Arts Commission of the National Education Association, Scott's official Eastern Dart Club. Say, Joshua, why don't you come over here and tell these nice kids about stem-changing preterite verbs? A little camera shy, are we? I'm sure the kids can understand that. We'll see you later, Joshua. Now, you may ask, why do I need to know how to conjugate these words? What's the use of learning this foreign language? Well, let me tell you why. Now, you and I don't have abundant knowledge of foreign languages like Joshua does, so we must learn from a different source. School. In Margaret's school, they're learning how to speak in the preterite. Margaret wants to know how we can tell which endings of the verbs to stem change. The teacher explains that there are two kinds of verbs in the preterite, with stem change and without stem change. So, how exactly do you know when to change the stem? Here's a little trick. Verbs that end with AR and ER do not stem change. You might be asking, what do we conjugate then? Well, why don't we ask our old friend Joshua the turtle? Now where could that little rascal be? Probably on another one of his silly adventures. Maybe we can go ask one of those bright, starry-eyed children, the future of America. Well, there's only one choice left, idiots. It's obviously the IR verbs. IR verbs in the preterite only stem change for nouns in the form of él or ellos. The changes are made in the infinitive stem, E to I, and O to you. Little Jenny is asking how you know which IR verbs you conjugate. Well, Jenny, I was just getting that, you disrespectful little... E to I changes are made in the verbs pedir, repetir, freir, servir, and vestir-se. O to you changes are made in the verbs preferir, divertir-se, and dormir. No matter where we live, north or south, east or west, we must always be ready to use stem-changing verbs. Say, kids, you wouldn't happen to have the time to tell me a story of your past in Spanish using verbs that stem change in the preterite, would you? Yes, we all must be ready now, so we know how to conjugate stem-changing verbs in the preterite when the opportunity calls for it. If you have any further questions, ask Joshua the turtle after this film is over. Say, where's our old friend Joshua anyway? That's our silly Joshua. If you're caught in a situation where you need to use a stem-changing preterite verb, just remember what to do, friends. Tell me right out loud now. What should you do when the opportunity comes?
Stem change past verbs.
Blah, blah, blah.